Hello and welcome to this edition of SAC News. I am Pablo Silvar.
And I am Julia Ortiz. Welcome to SAC News, the pre-spring break edition.
The Huntington Beach City Council named the newest member, and many find their choice odd. The council filled the seat of Tony Strickland, who just won a Senate seat and a special election. Strickland's ex-colleagues filled his seat with the Republican Andrew Groh. Groh is a celebrity chef best known for being a judge on Food Network's Food Truck Face-Off, as well as the owner of several restaurants in Orange County. This comes as a surprise for many observers, as Groh has no prior experience in politics. He will serve out the rest of Strickland's term.
Bacon, right? I love the convection.
It has been 114 years since the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire in New York's Greenwich Village. The fire killed 146 garment workers, mostly women and young girls. Recently, Santa Ana College remembered this event, honored those who lost their lives. Our reporter Anthony Marcus Duran reports from campus.
Santa Ana College History Department hosted its final event for Women's National Month here at the spot on main campus.
Workers are more able to unionize now, but I feel like the conditions are still there. They're just well hidden. But there's the opportunity to go out, unionize, strike, boycott.
I've heard this story once before, actually, in high school, about the building sadly and unfortunately catching fire and taking the lives and claiming the lives of the victims. The Ladies Garments Unit is a union that the ladies do come together and they actually go ahead and speak to other people, other women, telling the story of the triangle, bringing the correct information about to the people.
I had no idea about the fire, to be honest, but now hearing it, it's very sad because of the ages that I heard. Like 17, like that's pretty young. You know?
Even though this fire was a tragic event in U.S. history, it gave rise to safer working environments and gave birth to workers' unions that we have today.
So our union represents hospitality workers, meaning workers in hotels, airports, event centers, the service workers. And the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire in 1911 was actually a huge catalyst for the labor movement at the time. It exposed the working conditions of immigrants, mainly immigrants, and it actually inspired a lot of the activism around workers' rights.
For me to come here is an honor to let the students know that education opens doors for you.
Celebrating Women's International Month here on the main campus, Anthony Marcus Duran, SAC News.
An unidentified man was fatally shot at Riverview Park over the weekend. The was found unresponsive from multiple gunshot wounds. Near 10 p.m., the Orange County Fire Authority transported the man to a local hospital where he was pronounced deceased from his injuries. The victim's identity is being withheld pending next of kin notification. The motive behind the shooting is under investigation, and detectives are working to identify the person or persons who pulled the trigger. Santa PD is asking any witnesses to come forward with any information about this incident by calling the phone number on screen.
The Santa Ana Youth Employment Program is giving the chance to any citizen or legal worker in the United States to gain paid work experience. The purpose is to develop interest in public service careers for young people and to increase their employment numbers. Anyone ranging from 16 to 30 years old has a chance to apply for the job the program is offering. You can do so on the City of Santa Ana webpage, but only until April 6th.
Mark your calendars. The Santa Ana Work Center will host a free resume building workshop on Thursday, April 3rd, 2025 from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. at 801 W Civic Center Drive, Suite 200. This workshop takes place every first and third Thursday of the month. It's designed to help job seekers boost their resumes and increase their chances of getting hired. Topics covered include resume formatting using AI tools and tips for getting job ready. The workshop is open to the public and free of charge. Santa Ana's Work Center is devoted to connecting residents to job opportunities and resources. Attendees must RSVP at 714-565-2600.
Santa Ana Police Department detectives are asking for the public's help locating Anthony Madrid. Madrid also goes by Apache. Wanted gang member. Madrid is wanted for parole violations and for threatening his ex-girlfriend with a weapon. SAPD asked not to approach or try to contact Madrid. Madrid is a documented gang member and considered armed and dangerous. If you see him, contact the SAPD Watch Commander G. Corona at 714-245-8700 or the email on the screen.
Westminster police have arrested a basketball coach for having sexual relations with one of his students. Police say 26-year-old James Gaviola of Anaheim was walk-on coach for the Westminster High girls basketball team. Police went to campus and arrested Gaviola following a series of reports of his behavior. Gaviola is charged with 4 separate counts of illegal sexual acts with the minor. He's in custody in the Orange County Jail.
March saw an increase in shark sightings along the coast of Orange County. A Newport Beach whale watching tour reported seeing a harmless basking shark on March 21st. Huntington Beach shut down its beaches for 24 hours last month due to a great white shark jumping out of the water along the shore. The great white was spotted at about 8 a.m. near Tower 26 on March 6th. Experts don't know exactly why there has been an increase in shark sightings in Orange County. However, they urge beachgoers to be careful this spring break. In Huntington Beach, lots of folks were Irish for a day on Monday.
They celebrated St. Patrick's Day with music, drinks, and community. Julio Sanchez has a story. Many people gathered at the Huntington Beach Beer
Garden. They came for the atmosphere and stayed for the food and live music.
When they come here, they feel at home, that they're not looking for these things. They can move around the facility and enjoy all the aspects that Old World Village has for an event.
The folks who came say it's got everything.
You know what? It's just a really fun time. There's the best food, really good drinks, and awesome music. The Irish Fest is the place to be.
Freaking totally awesome. The drinking, the food, and the music. What more can you ask for?
Delicious, savory, and filling.
Customers agreed the bands were the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
The live bands are great. The music is great, the singers are amazing, and I enjoyed all of it.
The band that's playing right now, I'm blown away by the female singer and the musicians. I'm glad I came because I think I found a new person to put on my playlist. I'm really enjoying it a lot.
This is the 3rd time the Silk Button Butchers have performed at the Beer Garden. They also have some big news for fans.
Album coming out. So we just spent the whole last year in the studio recording a bunch of original songs and one pretty old cover. And we'll be releasing that on all of our online platforms all throughout this whole next year.
The Beer Garden is open every weekend this spring. Reporting to you from Huntington Beach, I'm Julio Sanchez, SAC News.
The Irvine police are crediting the public and old-fashioned police work for apprehending a retail bandit, says the Irvine Police Department, via an Instagram post. The suspect is 20-year-old Angelo Sage of Los Angeles. Sage was wanted for stealing money from cash registers in 7 different businesses across the city of Irvine. He started a small cash transaction, and when the drawer opens, he pulled money from the drawer and ran away. IPD says the suspect used force to take the cash in the past. The investigation lasted over 2 months. Sage is in custody at the Irvine City Jail.
An expensive Wednesday for some Irvine motorists. The Irvine Police Department issued a total of 51 moving violation citations during a high visibility enforcement or HVE operation near University High School. The IPD says most common violations were disobedience to posted signs, illegal cell phones use. There were tickets given to minors not wearing bike helmets while riding. When you see a stop sign, it's time to hit the brakes. Rolling through a stop is not a stop, says the Irvine Police Department. Looking to do something productive and fun every other Thursday? Look no further than the Cinema Symposium at Santiago Canyon College.
From film screenings to workshops, anchor Meli Robles gives us an insightful view on this initiative, brought to us by a few movie-loving freshmen.
Santa Ana Sister School of Santiago Canyon College is not typically known for its film community. Co-founded by two freshman women majoring in completely different disciplines in film, Alison Santos and Yarida Sanchez met while attending an art school in Orange County. Their love for film and community continued into their journey in higher education. During their first semester at SAC, they noticed the lack of a home for film lovers in school. Watching films like Stand and Deliver, which was selected by film members, showcases how this is not an ordinary film club.
No, you should know this. What's wrong with you? This is review.
Yarida Sanchez has more.
Yeah, so we watch a movie pretty much every time we come into the meeting, and then we talk about it after. We also eat a lot of food. So today we're having free pizza for all the members. And I think we also want to show films that the club members made in the future. Another thing we're planning to do is taking field trips up to museums or up to movie theaters like the Frida Cinema, just to share our love for film.
The board emphasizes how this would have not been possible without the help of advisor Dr. Anna Barbara, a first-year ethnic study professor at SEC. She works endlessly to bring the school together in unique ways.
I love it. I mean, students are what makes the college run, right? And students' initiatives are what keep other students wanting to come here. So any initiative students want to do, we support, because how will we ever get more students if we're not supporting the ones we have now?
During the day and age of social media, clubs rely on online outreach to gain more attention from potential members. Cinema Symposium's Instagram is how first-time member Gia joined and became an advocate for the leadership behind the club.
This club is here just to be present, right? To show the students that SEC is here, that the clubs are here to represent them and to have something that they want to share right within a club.
Cinema Symposium aims to bring cinephiles and casual moviegoers into a safe place, fostering conversation about culture, society, and dreams, all while having some free food and fun. This is Meli Robles reporting from Santiago Canyon College, H Building, SAC News.
When we come back, our weekly sports coverage.
And the weather report for the week.
You're watching SAC News.
We'll be right back.
Part of the reason why I chose online classes was because it gave me the ability to plan my study schedule around my busy work schedule and busy life. I am a mother of 3 kids, and they have a very busy lifestyle, so I have to be able to attend to that. I have taken on-campus classes. They do take a lot more time. A lot of the times you interact with students on the discussion board, so it's kind of nice to collaborate with the students there. I do move along faster in these classes because the 16-week courses are crammed into an 8-week course. So with that being said, you're doing like 2 chapters a week versus a chapter a week. I am looking to graduate this spring and transferring to Cal State Fullerton. So I'm very close.
Welcome back, Dons. My name is Aiden Strout, and this is your sports recap and updates for your Santa Ana Dons. Your Dons baseball team has been making a statement recently. They entered the month of March with a record of 8 wins and 6 losses. And with no breaks, your Dons went on a hot 12-game win streak, almost going undefeated the entire month of March. Unfortunately, your Dons had to hit the brakes in their last game last Saturday at Fullerton, losing 13-8. Nothing to hang their heads about for sure, though. Your Dons have a current record of 21 wins and 7 losses, posting a 9-1 ledger in conference play. Last Tuesday, they took a trip to Golden West College to play against the Rustlers. To sum up the game, it was a walk in the park. The Dons torpedoing the Rustlers 27-9. Your Dons look forward to finishing up the series with Golden West this Saturday and look to wrap up conference play with the Cypress Chargers next week, along with the Saddleback Bobcats the following week, and close the last week of April with the Riverside Tigers just before playoffs. Your Lady Dons softball team have been in a bit of a drought, unfortunately. As of today, their record stands at 11 wins and 16 losses. They are last in their conference, but look to swerve and bend the corner with the month of April. They finished this week off hosting Golden West, and just like the baseball team, the softballers have 3 series left with Cypress, Saddleback, and Riverside, along with a singles game at El Camino on the 19th. Last week, your Lady Dons wrestling team picked up 2 wins in their tri-meet, hosting Bakersfield and Moore Park. In their first match with Bakersfield, our grapplers won 30 points to 19. In their second match against Moore Park, your Dons came with more aggression than the first match, winning with 35 points and only surrendering 10 to the Raiders. They picked up their first conference win against Moore Park, and this Saturday, they travel to East LA and look to take down the Huskies for a better spot in the 3C2A playoff championship.
And now for the question of the week. Our reporter Anthony Duran went on main campus to talk with his fellow Dons and Doñas.
It's been 30 years since the queen of Tejano music, Selena, was killed. Her murderer, Orlando Salvador, had her parole hearing last Thursday on March 27, which brings us to the question of the week. How do people feel about the parole hearing's outcome?
She killed an amazing singer, and she was a very important part of the Spanish community. And that she wants to appeal that, get out of jail for that, it's like unfair to me because for the same reasons that I spoke today.
I mean, I think it's fine if she served her time. It is what it is. It's how it works. She did her time in Yale, just like everybody else, so I think it's fair that she gets out.
I just felt like sometimes it's not fair for the community because she committed a crime. She should be in jail for that sentence, for what she did. Because you never know. We never know that she might come out and do it again, just like she did with Selena 30 years ago.
Oh yeah, she I don't think she will be out. She won't survive.
Well, that was an interesting question of the week. Here on main campus, Anthony Marcus Duran, SAC News.
And now for our weekly weather report. Starting off the weekend, Friday is a sunny 68 degrees before turning to a partially cloudy day on Saturday at a 72 degrees and keeping the clouds still. Sunday ending the weekend with the 79 degrees before starting the week on Monday with a nice 75 degrees. Tuesday bringing back the sun at a 75 degrees and Wednesday going up to 85 degrees before ending off the weekly weather with Thursday at 85 degrees. That's it for this edition of SAC News. Be sure to follow us on social media and watch previous episodes of SAC News on our YouTube channel.